Guys, welcome back to Learningstrome Academy. So guys, in this video we are going to discuss about the logical operators. As logical operators, we are studying we are also studying about the logical operator for the different kind, different languages. But when here logical operator have different roles in Python. Okay, it is going to give us different answer if I want to perform logical operator in between two different kinds. Like I want to perform logical operation with two integers, like I have one integer kind, and I want to perform a logical and between one and second integer number. In that case, friend, the answer that we get going to get is certainly different. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss all this thing. Okay, so let's see the video all. Okay, so friend, first of all, what logical operator we have in Python. So in Python we have mainly three logical operator. That is, one is AND, and other logical operator that we have is OR, and other logical operator that we have is NOT. Okay, so here we have logical operator same like English words like AND or NOT. Okay, we don't have logical operator like ampersand and like in the pipe symbol or not. Okay, here we have a logical operator like English words. Okay, so now very simple. See, let me tell you very simple thing. First we are going to talk about simple thing, how AND works. If as we know, and if both values are true, then it result is true. Okay, but for false, if at least one value is true, then it result is true. Okay, and uh, it negates the value. Okay, but friend, wait, don't feel that these rules are applicable for every kind of data. Okay, so first observe few things and then we will change the rule for the other data types. Okay, so first of all, see, these are the basic rule, which these are the basic definition of the AND. If both the values are true, then the result is true. Let's see, if I have let's true, I have one true, and again I want to, and again then I have a true. Okay, see, let's copy it, let's paste it. False, let's do false, let's make it false, let's make it again false, let's make it false. See, now I'm going to compile it. See, friend, what the answer we are going to get here. Here we are getting true, false, false, false. See, you can see here, if both the values are true, then it results true. See, in the only first statement we have a both answer result, both the operands are true. That's why only here we are getting true, and all other statement we have one false as an operand. That's why we are getting false. So the definition of OR is simply, if both the values are true, then it will result true. Okay, so friend, if it is only valid for the boolean. Okay, let's suppose we for the bool operators. Okay, so if I'm going to use or, if I have or here, see, if I or here, in that case, as the definition says, if at least one value is true, then its result is true. Okay, so here at least one. So here in these three cases we are going to get as a true as a result. See, here you can see here we're getting, in three cases we are getting true as well, true and false. Okay, so if at least one value is true, then it results is a true. Okay, yes, it is the definition of or. Okay, but friend, and what is the negation says? Negate says that, not says that I will complement the value of operand. Okay, if it's true, I will change it into false. If it is false, I will change it into true. Okay, so here it is going to change it into false, and it is here it is going to change it into true. Okay, let's compile this. Let's compile it. True, true, false. Now you can see here we are getting first false here, then we have true, and this for the or operator. So this is the basic definition. Okay, so these rules are applicable only for the when we have a boolean type as a operand. Okay, but friend, think one more thing. But as we know in Python, we also have different kind of data types. Okay, if I'm going to use here, friend, let's call it first. If I am going to use here, like I have a one non-boolean type, like I have a 4 and 5. Okay, 4 and 5. Now friend, if I want to perform logical operation between them, so what is going to happen here? So let's run this program. We are getting 5. Why? It is a logical operator, it should return true or false. Why it is written as 5? So here actually rule is different. For the non-boolean operator, logical operators, the rule is different. Okay, so let me tell you the rule for the non-logical operands. Okay, friend, if we have non-logical operators, non-boolean operands. In this case, if we have non-boolean operand, non-boolean operand in this case, okay, if we are using and, okay, if we are using and for and, if let's suppose we have two spell, one if a, second is b, okay, a and second is b. If a is false, okay, let's suppose if a is false, okay, if this is false, okay, then then it will return a, okay, else it will return y, b. Okay, so you have to remember this rule. Whenever we have non-boolean operand, in this case if the first operand, okay, is false, that means if its value is 0 in Python, friend, we know Python treats 0 as a false and non-zero value as a true. Okay, so if the first value is false, like suppose we are going to consider 0 here. Okay, so if the first value is false, then it will return us first value. Okay, then it will return us first value, okay, let's run this program. See, here we are going to get 0 as an output. Okay, here if the first value is false, and then it will return us first value. Here we are getting 0. Okay, but if the first value is not false, okay, if it is non-zero means true. Okay, if it is anything then 0, okay, then we are going to get second value as an output. Okay, whatever it is, okay, it doesn't matter whatever it is. Okay, in that case we are going to get a second thing, either it is 0, either it is 0, either it is non-zero. Okay, and then we are going to second as output. Okay, so this is the rule regarding non-boolean operand. For the and, if the first operand is 0, okay, if the first operand is false, in that case we are going to get first operand as an output. But if it is true, if it is non-zero, in that case we are going to get second operand and operand as an output. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, either it be 0 or non-zero. Okay, let's save this program, let's run this program. See, we are getting 0 here because the first operand is true, so we are going to second as an output. Okay, so this is for the and operator. Okay, but if we have or operator, for or operator the rule is different. Okay, for operator the rule says if first is true, then it will return first value, else it will return the second value. Okay, as it is different than the and it is just opposite. Okay, if it first is true, let's suppose in this expression the first operand is true, then it will return the first. Okay, and if it is not true, then it will return the second. Okay, for the or operator. Okay, here now you can see here 6 is a non-numeric value, so it means it is true. So if it is true, so my interpreter is going to return me the first value for the or. Let's run this program. Here we are getting 6. Why? Because the as or philosophy says, if the first one is true, so I'm going to return true at first as an output. Okay, so that's why we are getting 6 as an output. Okay, so this is the philosophy of or. Okay, so for or says, if the first operand is non-zero, so I am going to give you result as a first operand. Okay, but if first is zero, it means if first is false, then I am going to return you the second output. Okay, so now you can see we are getting second as an output. Okay, so if now you can see we are getting second as output. Okay, so you can see now we are getting 7 as an output. Okay, so if the first is 0, in that false, in that case we are going to second as output for the or operator. Okay, this is also rule for the or operator. For not say, simply if it is false, then I will change it into true. Simply it's simple, it is simple like other it will negate its value, it negate its value. Okay, so simply if I have a as we know, if I have not zero, so zero means what? Zero means friend, zero means false. Okay, so if I want to convert false, so what is the complement false is true. Okay, so my interpreter is going to return me, friend, one as an true as an output. See, here we're getting true as an output. Okay, in that case our interpreter will return me true as an output. Okay, friend, so if I have any 10 value, okay, so 10 means non-zero, non-zero means true, non-zero means true. So if I will complement true, so what the interpreter will return me false as an output. See, here we are getting false as an output. Okay, so friend, this is the rule for the non-boolean operand. If I am going to take non-boolean operand, then friend, we are going to get this the kind of outputs. Okay, so let's try this with other kind of operands, like we have strings, like we have other thing. In that case, friend, what we are going to get, see, if I have a string like hello, okay, and I want to perform hello and hello. Okay, so what hello python, like in this case, what the output we are going to get? See, is we going to get hello or is we going to get python? See, we are getting python. Why? Simply as I told you, if the first string is false, then only if then we are going to get the first string. But if the first string is true, then we are going to get second string as an output. Okay, in for the yes friend, for the strings, if we have a empty string, then it is going to consider as false. Okay, let me show you here. If I'm going to consider only empty string, okay, then my compiler will consider it as a false. Okay, then only my compiler considers it as a false. Okay, now if I run my this program, then you can see here here friend, we are getting we are not getting any output, because here this is a false string. Okay, if a is false, then it will return first value. Okay, it is false, that's why my compiler interpreter is returning the first value, which is empty, which is nothing. That's why it is printing nothing. Okay, for strings, if it is empty, it means false. Okay, so false, as we if the first string is false, so it will return the first value. Okay, otherwise second value. Okay, so this is for this strings. Okay, if we have list, okay, for list we have a simple brackets. Okay, if we have list, when for this list we have a simple brackets. Okay, now if I will run it, you can see we are getting empty string. Okay, so for a list we have empty string. To represent a list, to represent false in a list, we have empty string. Okay, to represent tuples, empty tuple, to represent false as empty tuple, we have see here. Okay, so friend, now in Python, if you want to represent empty tuple, empty null, okay, my interpreter is going to consider it as a false. Okay, if you are going to consider empty string, my computer interpreter is going to treat it as a false. Okay, so if I have an empty set, empty dictionaries, okay, in that case our interpreter is going to simply consider it as a, see here. Okay, interpreter is going to simply as a false. Okay, so friend, now I think it is clear to you. Okay, if first is false, then it will return you the first value, okay, for the and. But for the or, if first is true, then it will return the first value. Okay, but if first is not true, here as you say, it is empty, so it is not true. If it is not true, then it will return you the second thing. Then it will return the second. Say, see here we are getting 1 2 3 because first is false, so it is false, so our interpreter is going to return a second thing. Okay, so now friend, it is all for the logical operators. Okay, so you have to keep these rules in mind because these rules are different than the other languages. Okay, so you have to keep in mind in this rule. Okay friend, thank you friend, bye bye. In next video we are going to talk about bitwise operator. Okay, thank you.